Hey, welcome back. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco. I'm joined with my Woman Wednesday co-hosts, I should say. I have Consuelo Vanderbilt Costin joining me, usually on Wednesdays, and every Wednesday, Zen Sams joins us as well. Thank you, ladies, so much. Cue the director, go to the two-shot immediately. Get me out of this one. Okay, great. So Zen, you're always weighing in for us on women's issues, and you're one of the best. You're connected. You're a model. You're an actress. You're a philanthropist. You're a super mom. So you guys, you guys have it all covered right there.
Oh, wow.
But this Corona thing is driving me crazy. I think it's all, hunk of malarkey, as Joe Biden likes to say. The deaths are like 22 in the whole country, and it's mostly people over 80. Why is everybody paralyzed? What's happening? Give us the women's point of view.
Well, as a mom, I always like to look at the coronavirus and think to myself, how can I make my daughter's life healthier and safer, as well as myself and the house I live in? So I'm going to take into a fact that 80% of cases are asymptomatic. People need to calm down and breathe.
I agree.
The regular protocol: wash your hands, make sure you're not sneezing on people, cough in the cave. Tell my daughter that all the time. But more importantly, people need to just go about their regular activity and really remind themselves that just like the flu and cold season, coronavirus is not something that should inhibit your daily life, except other than take the regular precautions. Yeah. Now we have John over here who's taking extreme precautions.
Extreme precautions. But I'm with you. People really do need to chill.
I'm gullible.
You know what, sweet? I do. I completely agree with you. I think people really just need to chill, take a breath. I agree. Understand what we can do to be precautionary, but let's be honest. Like, I just think it's the extreme of all this is too much.
And you know what? Women and children are being spared. So that's something to really think about here on Women Wednesday Liquid Lunch. 0.02% of the children affected have had any crazy symptoms. So I take a lot of comfort in this statistic as a mom, but I'm also, as a New Yorker, going to tell myself that life has to go on in a way where we're taking the precautions that are recommended by the CDC, by our local practitioners, and to just remember that this will pass, just like everything else.
It's passed for me. I'm 100% coronavirus free, just in case you're worried. And my remedy is simple, folks. You drink 1 Corona beer every single day to fight it off. You use these dual action wipes, take off your makeup and everything, and wash up before you go to bed.
I'm glad you said that.
No one's doing it, but I'm telling you, I'm 100% Corona free.
But I have to say, I'm so glad you said that, because poor Corona. Like, who on earth came up with the name of the coronavirus?
Right.
I'm so upset about that. I'm really upset for Corona. So I think we need to change the narrative. Can we come up with a whole...
They said like 1,000 coronaviruses are headed to 1,000 cases of Corona are headed to America. I was like, yeah, 24,000 bottles. We're in business, But
as long as they don't close the schools, I'm fine.
No, Zen, but you guys, as a mom, women, you guys are in the majority there. You're not affected as much as old, weak men, and that makes sense in a lot of walks of life.
Yeah, or babies.
Or babies.
Anything you're doing, particularly with your kids, that maybe our audience wants to know about or something. I know you gotta, protect the holes, wash the hands, all this other stuff. But any other motherly advice?
Absolutely. With Alexa, the protocol is wash your hands several times a day, more so than you were doing before. When we walk into the house, we take our shoes off immediately. If somebody chooses not to take their shoes off, because I've had a few, guests that are part of an entire wardrobe, and I've asked them to Lysol the bottoms of their feet, literally. If you want to keep your shoes on in my house, here's a Lysol, here's a wipe it off. But I'm taking the regular precautions, making sure that she's not licking things, making sure that she's not sticking, her fingers in her mouth, reminding her that there is a coronavirus, being sensitive to the fact that she's only 4.5 years old, but reminding her constantly that, Alexa, this can hurt you if you continue to put your fingers in your mouth after you touch the subway walls or the surfaces. So as a mom,
don't even say that.
well, that's where it's at for moms.
I feel like Howie Mandel when you say that.
The reality is that you have to remind the children often that there is a virus lurking, and to just be conscious of the hygiene that we want to put in place so we can protect the children.
Before we wrap this up, Consuelo and I talked a little earlier about the Harvey Weinstein verdict. You were covering that case wall to wall, the victims, the kiss. Is this the right sentence?
Yeah, I mean, look, Judge Burke had the ability to either give him as low as 5 years and as much as 29 years. And I said it from the beginning. Honorable Judge Burke is going to make the right decision. He sat watching all of these women convey their story. He saw the defense team of Harvey Weinstein really attack the victims. And he also saw the prosecutors and how they handled the case. And I think he made the absolute right decision. 23 years in prison is going to be what Harvey Weinstein's life sentence is. I say life sentence because this man is 67 years old and he will never see the light of day again. He's going to live, die, and rot in a cell for the last couple of years that he has left, and that's exactly where he belongs. I've said it from the beginning. I said he was going to jail. I said somebody like Harvey Weinstein, who from the beginning, we're going back 15, 20 years, has displayed a laundry list of sexual misconduct, and now finally he's paying the price. So I'm extremely grateful to Judge Burke for giving him the 23-year sentence, and extremely grateful to the women who helped place him there.
You don't think that this was an extreme at all?
No, I don't think it's an extreme. It's exactly where he belongs. If anything, he should have gotten life.
I'll ring the bell on that one. That sounds like the final word.
Wow.
I don't know if it should be life.
Word. Yep.
That judge definitely deviated to the upper end of the sentencing guideline. Judge must have felt like there was some real aggravating circumstances in there, or really bought into what everyone was saying. And if you want to get out of your lane and do crazy things, you put your fate in other people's hands.
Yeah.
And now, this guy's got to pay the piper, it seems.
Absolutely. And you said it too. You've been calling it from the beginning. You actually said that he belonged in the same cell that Epstein did.
Right. And I think that's where he's probably going to wind up to finish out his sentence. Because a guy like this who's been coddled with a silver spoon his whole entire life, he's not going to want to spend 24 years in jail. So they'll probably move him to the Epstein wing, and Hillary Clinton and company may come send the same folks for him. Who knows what might happen. But God bless him, no matter what happens. God bless you for joining us through this hour. And Zen, thank you so much. You're the best.
Thank you, Zen.
Brings the heat. It's fire-breathing dragon of a woman Wednesday, that's for sure. Quick break. Come back with more Liquid Lunch right after this.